The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
All right, Chuck, if you would open us up with the statement about that one.
First of all, obviously, congrats to Columbus State. That was a great game. If you're a fan watching that, it came down literally to the last possession. I thought they shot the ball very, very well tonight from distance. They made it tough for us to get good looks, and we've got a pretty veteran, seasoned offense. But we knew that they were number one in the seeding for a reason. We knew they won the regular season at Peach for a reason, and so we got to see the best version of them today. So congrats to them. But I would also like, I would be remiss if I didn't say how proud I am of our guys. The fight. There were things, internal things that we were striving to do that we felt would lead us to victory, and we met several of those points, but it just wasn't enough to clinch the deal. So both teams performed well, and I thought it was a great battle in the first round of the NCAA regional.
Break down the rally. You trailed by 11 with 3:46 to go and outscored them 15-5 to give you a chance to win it at home.
As I said, they were making it tough to score, and some of our more traditional attacks were sort of coming up short. So it made the most sense to put the ball in Trey's hands and let him go and just create. And he did that and then some. So he was sort of the catalyst for that run. Other guys fed off of his paint touch, but as I said, they're a good, solid defensive team, man, and they got length. I think they had 8 blocks. They fly around the rim, make it difficult to get shots off, which is not something they've really done consistently. So I thought it's the NCAA tournament, so you're going to get even a step up from what regular season brings. But that was the difference. Really was late in that second half when Trey got downhill and got paint, and everybody else got to sort of feed off that.
Rebounding. You rebounded the ball. Thought that they would have opportunities for seconds and thirds, and did here and there, but in large part, your second and third shot defense was high level. What can you say about the job on the glass work?
Well, obviously, we knew that if you really want to advance in this tournament, you've got to defend and rebound on the defensive end at a really high level, and I thought our guys were doing that. We made some internal decisions on what we wanted to sort of force, and they capitalized on some of their distance shooting. One thing we've been really good. We've won at a really high high rate this year when we've won the point in the paint battle, which we won again today. I think we basically doubled them up on assist turnover. So there were a lot of things that typically lead to winning that today we came up short. But yeah, I thought our rebounding was something that was, we knew it had to be right, and our guys did a pretty good job today with that.
This closes out I guess the COVID era for this program. A bunch of guys who have played a lot of games for this school over the last 5 years. What is this senior class especially meant to you as the program's head coach?
Well, you and I have talked about this a bunch, and it's one of those deals where it's not like we're closing a chapter, we're closing an entire book. And so Nick Brennigan, Josh Butts, Cam McElhaney, what they've done for this program the last 5 years, building onto the existing culture and then taking care of that culture, our preferred way of living. They've been the gold standard for the last 5 years, and with them now leaving, we've got to have some other guys that pick up the slack. They're going to be sorely missed. It's one of those deals where we're around each other a lot, and there's a lot of conversation about more than just basketball, about life and relationships and futures and goals. And so knowing what those guys have done and what they're going to do is very exciting. Sad to have them leaving, but I'm excited to see what they're going to do because they're made of the right stuff, and they're gonna be successful on multiple levels once they leave here.
Jack, so much falls on you now. I guess it's the elder statesman coming back. What did it mean to you to take the floor with these guys for some of them from the last time, and what do you think you're going to take from this into next year?
Yeah, I mean, all of them. We played so much together, so I just appreciate all the time that I've had with those guys. If you want to build a culture around something, you build it around those guys. They're the most high class people that you're ever gonna see. So losing them is gonna be a lot, but it's exciting about the future because we're gonna have a bunch of new faces, a bunch of new people that are gonna step up, take leadership roles, and I guess going forward, we just learn from the guys that are leaving because they did it the right way. So we have to continue that.
Chuck, you guys came out so hot at the beginning, took a good lead. Obviously, that kind of stayed on the scoreboard the whole time
Yep.
they came back, and you guys were able to kind of go back and forth there. What was the key to that for you guys to come out so strong and really shut them down for a good almost 5 minutes?
Well, Robert and I, the coach here, have been friends for 25 years, so we go way back, and we've played non-conference games over the years, but that's been a few years since we last played, and so there's a lot of new faces on both sides of it. And we had no previous meetings. They're hosting this thing, so they're feeling probably a little more anxiety than we are as the visitor. And maybe we might have caught them off guard there a smidge. But both. If you're playing at this time of the year, you're good. Okay, any team is playing in postseason, you're good. So I thought everything sort of leveled out, and then it just came down to players being players and players making plays. And if you watch all these games, man, they've been right down to the end. So this game, short of us coming up victorious, this game went about the way I thought it was going to go. It was going to be a tough, competitive, beautiful thing if you're a fan to watch, and that's what we got. So I don't really put a lot of stock in how we started. It's more or less how we finished, and I thought we finished very well, and they had just enough gas in the tank to finish the deal.
Jack, what can you say about this team's togetherness to be able to make that rally?
Yeah, I mean, we're all experienced. We've been in that situation so many times, so we knew every huddle. We were confident that we were going to come back, get in this game. We got a great look at it. So, the chemistry, the unity, the togetherness that we have and we had this game, we have to continue it. The guys that are returning and the new guys coming in, we have to continue this going forward.
And I would add on that too, like our staff, our coaching staff, Luke and KT, do a really, really good job, both in preparation and then in-game adjustments. And when it became pretty obvious that some things were more challenging in our traditional attack, Luke was really, really confident that we need to just get Trey in those situations, let him attack, let everybody sort of play off of him, and and the players follow through. We make a big deal about let's be that team that sets itself apart by following through with adjustments and following through with coaching. Our guys are high character kind of guys that do that, high intelligent guys that can take what you're saying and act on it. So I give a lot of credit to our staff, Luke and KT in particular, and our players for having a sense of unity and community and togetherness. We all got different roles, but we all have a singular objective, and we have to stay unified in those moments if we want to get desired outcomes.
Jack, 1 point short, last shot of game 8, playing a 1, NCAA regional. I mean, I know you're hurting, but there's got to be something that fires you up to get back to work for next year.
Yeah.
That close.
Yeah, I mean, being an 8 and a 1, you say we're the underdog, but we had extreme confidence going in this game. From day one when that selection show came out, we were confident we could get the job done. And if you look at the stat sheet, there's a lot of things that go into winning, especially on the road. And we got almost a lot of those categories we led in, but this should fire us. We were all fired up to play. We had confidence going into this game. It came down to a few plays, but this should fire us up for next year, for sure.
Anything else? All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.